In a different matter, the death toll in the Bekkersdal mass shooting has now risen to 10, with 9 others injured, including Tavern patrons. Gauteng police say they have identified 2 suspects and are actively following strong leads. The announcement was made by Deputy Gauteng Police Commissioner Major General Fred Gekana. That's during a community meeting in Bekkersdal, which was attended by local residents and grieving family members affected by Sunday's tragedy. According to Bekkersdal police and eyewitness accounts, unknown gunmen opened fire at random in the early hours of Sunday morning at Tavern in the West Rand township.
With us here, I have the investigating officer. The case is investigated by Gauteng Provincial Serious and Violent Crime Unit. Colonel Mankai, he's the one who's investigating this matter. It's not investigated at a local police station or district. It's at the provincial level. He's here with us. He already done his preliminary investigation, working with the district and the local police station to ensure that all the issues with regard to investigation, they are collaborated. They work together, including the family and the community. Therefore, we are in a situation where we still need assistance from the community. We still need assistance from those who know or suspect certain people or certain groupings. We know from the reports and the statements that those people spoke pure Sotho language, South Sotho language, which, according to the statement, resounded that the people might be from Lesotho. They were all wearing blankets, some were wearing kuba heads and balaclavas. But current status is that we, with the assistance of the community, already there is 2 who have been identified. The team is busy. There were more than 10. Currently 2 has been identified. And if we get these 2 through the help and assistance of the community, which I know, the community always come forward.
Right, let's take you to SABC News reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa, who is in Bekkersdal and joins us now. Mbalenhle, very good afternoon to you. Police are adamant that they can build on strong leads with the help of the community, a community we know, as SABC News interacts with them, that they are fearing for their lives as police try and get to the bottom of who the masked men are who committed this horrendous crime. What's the latest on the ground?
Well, certainly you would know that the death toll has increased and risen from 9 to 10 after one of the victims succumbed to their injuries while in hospital. And yes, indeed, the acting Premier Jacob Mamabolo expressing confidence in law enforcement and saying that he is confident that they will be able to bring those and apprehend all those who are responsible. And as you've heard, there are 10 suspects and there are 2 persons of interest that have been identified with the help of community members. They join me now after having a meeting inside the tavern where the incident took place. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us and for your patience. After being inside, what would you say is your analysis of the situation at this point?
Let me just once more take the opportunity to convey our sincere condolences to all the families and to wish those still in hospital speedy recovery. We have met with the families. We also visited the site here and with the acting provincial commissioner. We received a briefing from the owner of the tavern. And so firstly, I think we would like to express our sincere thanks to our law enforcement agencies for the good work they are doing to pursue the suspects. And we're quite confident that in no time we should be able to get to the real bottom of this issue and to know nothing but the truth. And we want to call on community members as well to support and work with the police so that we can apprehend the suspects. I think there's an issue that we have also raised, obviously, about the need to intensify law enforcement operations, visibility, make sure that the people are and indeed feel safe. And secondly, we have also said to the police that without fear, favor, or any prejudice, we should deal with matters of, taverns, liquor operators that are operating without license. We should have a crackdown on that because we are a country founded on the principle of the rule of law. So everybody should work within the law. The police are upholding the rule of law. So to that extent, we will leave the matter in the good hands of our law enforcement officers. The gangs that are roaming the streets, the gangs that are tormenting and terrorizing communities, we really want to appeal to our law enforcement to make sure that they do their best and intensify efforts to make sure that people feel safe. So we have seen the area. We have listened to what the tavern owner is saying, but for us the most important issue is this is a criminal act, and all criminal matters they are better handled by the police working with the community, and that's where I would like to leave the matter.
And how is the owner doing? And is this should be? I mean, you talk about the rule of law and the fact that it should be licensed. Was this particular one licensed, and how is she holding up?
Well, the matters of whether people comply with the law or not and conditions under which they're operating, I'll leave it to the law enforcement so that only the law as we know it apply, and no one but accept the law. And the police are better placed to deal with that. I get a sense that obviously with what has happened, she has explained to us what happened, but you can really see that she's still in a state of shock and worried, and that's our observation. But otherwise, we would like to assure the people that the police are hard at work doing what they have to do, and we have confidence that they'll crack this matter and we'll get to know the truth.
So as the briefing continues, I mean, you have had an opportunity to speak to the family members, which we left you behind with, and what sort of assistance have you been able to then assist or rather speak to them about?
So we had a discussion with the family members, and indeed they did convey to us the type of support that they need. Mainly, the support is around transport. Almost a big number of them have requested transport to different, particularly in the Eastern Cape. And there are those, of course, from Lesotho. And there are those that will be Limpopo, yes. And there will be those that are here. So to that extent, we have appointed the CFO, who's the acting city manager of Rand West local municipality, to coordinate the rest of government, to make sure that within and strictly within the policy of government, like indigent policy as an example, and any support that can be given, that they work as officials reporting to the acting mayor, who will also brief us and make sure that they are able to respond to the needs that have been expressed with us. We also want to thank the private sector, because in the meeting with the community, with the families, there are private sector people that have expressed willingness to help and to support the families. Some of them we left them with the families to have direct discussions with them. So to that extent, the committee that we have put together, it will look into matters but within government policy. So from now, we are going to have our own meeting to look at what possibly can be done within the local government policy framework, provincial government, including our national government. So to that extent, we don't want to do anything outside what policy and law allow us to do, but that's a matter for officials to comply. And so they will give response to the families about their needs.
Okay. General, was this Shebeen compliant in any way?
All right, no, thanks very much. On the day in question, when we were here, We checked the license. We took the copies of the ID. We went to our liquor board for full verification. Just now, while we were here, the report with the statement came from, the report came from liquor board that the license is fraudulent. As we speak now, we are going to arrest her now so that she faces the music. She cannot use a fraudulent license and come now and play situation where if this was a genuine license, then or if this couldn't open, that could have not happened. But the license seemed genuine, hence it took at least a day for us to verify with liquor board. They just sent us the report and they gave statements to confirm that it's fraudulent license. We are going to arrest her now. And this said, because on the day in question, the license looked genuine and we thought the people were at a legit establishment and the criminals came and did what they did. But the establishment on its own was also not legit. Hence, we deal with her right away now.
Thank you so much. And there you have it. We are in the middle of a briefing that is taking place here outside of the Shebeen. And the breaking news at this hour is the fact that the owner of the Nqolo Shebeen will be arrested after it was established that the license, that liquor license to operate this Shebeen was fraudulent, and it took a number of days for that to be verified. And while investigations are continuing, the latest that has now come up is that if this establishment had not been operating illegally, the lives of the 10 individuals would have not been lost as a result. It is back to you in studio. The briefing is continuing. I've been informed that we are out of time, and this is why I am handing back to studio.
SABC News reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa giving us the breaking news there that the establishment at the Bekkersdal area, the KwaNoxolo establishment, has been operating illegally after police have found that the liquor license is fraudulent and the owner of that establishment will now be arrested.